Hello, it's Sara, and I just wanted to share a little haul, I guess. I just got some more wood burning tools from Colwood. I have the Colwood Pro II wood burning tool. This is what I've been using the most. Pretty much since I got it, I've been using this. I like it because it has the temperature control right on it, and you can switch out your the tips very easily, where the other one, like the what is it, the Versatool by the one that you get at the craft store, you have to wait for the whole unit to cool before you can unscrew the tip and change the tip. And so actually, the first one I got, I broke it because I didn't wait, and I ruined the threads. Like it wasn't cool enough to change. Anywho, this one helps me. But that being said, I just got some different wands because I was just burning with this one, but I'll show you. Let me see if I can do it. Okay, so you can see it's a subtle difference. These are the same blades, but if you look, this one has a bigger top and this has a littler top, right? Because these are fixed tips. I can't change the tip of this, but I can change the tip of this. I can, if I just got, and I only have one wand because I broke my other wand, which it's about a year old, but I'll bet you it's from not waiting for it to cool. So in other words, you can change the tip, you pull it out, right? But this is just plastic. And what happened on my other one, actually on my other two, so I did order a new one, so this is brand new. This part got melted and it ended up breaking and cracking off. And you need this little, I'm going to change it to a ball tip because I want to use that. I'm going to put this in here. So there's a little slot in the right here. And then you line that up with this little, and I think that's how you get your heat. That's where the electrical connection is. So I push it up against that, and now I just connect it to the machine like this. So you just take it and plug it in. But every time I wanted to change my tip to do a different technique, or, you know, I had to change it like that. And I think I wasn't letting it cool well enough. And so, but after a year, I'm not complaining that much. Let me see if I have, so the whole, like these are 20 bucks. This is 20 bucks. So in the past, I would have just bought like one of these, a tip. And I don't have, let me see if I have one of my, yeah, Colwood, let's see. So a tip, well, that's $16. Let's see, RT, ball number 1. See, I can't remember. I'm sorry, I'm not giving you a clear what I'm trying to say. But if you go on the website, you'll see it's a bit more expensive if you get it as a whole unit like this, rather than just the tips. So of course I'm cheap, so I wanted to do it that way first. But I do feel like this is going to be better for me, a person who's impatient. And so from now on, and I just bought this one, which is this tip. It's like a writing tip, or like it's what I do my backgrounds with. And I got this little tiny ball. I don't know if you can see that. There's a little tiny ball on the end of it, and I'm going to show you what they do. So I wanted to use the, you know what, I'll use this one real quick because I want to sign my name. I just did this little tongue depressor. It's not a true tongue depressor size. These are craft sticks that you get at, I think I got these at Hobby Lobby probably. I wanted to see how they burned because I've been burning on mostly, this is birch wood, right? So I've been ordering from my little place, Woodpecker Crafts. Let's see if I have one of them. Yeah, Woodpecker. So these are like $4, and they call, well, it doesn't, it just says circle wooden cutout, but it's a basswood cutout. and I'm going to do this You Are My Sunshine piece. It's from a coloring book pattern. I've also burned on, these are both boxes that I got at Hobby Lobby. I burned one for Richie's Ashes, so I think I shared, but I gave it to Rach. So this box was a little more dinged up. My original one that I brought them with Richie's Ashes in it was like perfect. Of course, I always pick through and get the least damaged box, but I'll still, this is for me, so I'll keep this one and it'll be fine. For gonna put Richie's Ashes in that. But I also made Nick, my nephew, a little box out of this one, which was so cute. It was and I didn't take any pictures of it, and I regret it. But I think I might have showed you guys, but I had a heart with wings and night sky and a sunset and then a little sailboat on the top. So I want to remake that. But I wasn't sure what these would burn like, because I can't really explain. You know what a tongue depressor material is like, so I don't know what they make this out of. But it turns out it burned really well. I'll show you the difference. I'm going to use my new one with what I've previously been using to make like lines and circles compared to this one that I just got. So I'm going to put this one on this side. Now the Colwood Pro II has two different stations. It has this side and this side. One's called Detail and one's called Heavy Duty, and the cords are different too. This has a blue little thing here and a black little thing here. So I tend to always burn on the Heavy Duty, but you don't have to. I don't know why, I just like a dark burn. But for this demo, I'm gonna do a little demo of this new tip that I got. So I'm gonna turn it on. I don't have my, I have like when I solder, it's like a air sucker thing. It's a filter that, but it's very noisy, so for right now I'm not going to use it, and I have a fan on, so it's blowing fine. I'm going to use just this little piece of wood. This is like little scrap woods that I got at Hobby Lobby too, and I think it's like a basswood or a very light wood, and this is that tiny little ball tip. So this is another ball tip. Yeah, you can see it right there, and then you see this one. And I'm going to show you how I can write my name. This is on a 4.5. Really nice. I'm happy with this. I watched some videos by can't think of her name. Ugh, I'm brain dead. Anywho, she has the Colwood too, and she mentioned this tip, and so I figured I'd try it, and it does exactly what she said, so I'm very happy about that. It really does kind of, sometimes the ball tools for me would get stuck in a hole, and then if I wanted to put the year, if the slower you move, the darker the burn, or I could turn up the heat. But for a 4.5 on this soft wood, that's really nice. And I wasn't getting stuck in any holes. And then this is the size of the little dot that you can make. So I like that a lot. I know I'm far out, but that was really good. So let me see, I'm going to write patience, because you know why? I need it. P-A-T. Is that how you spell it? I think so. I have a calligraphy tip too that I've never tried. Maybe I'll try it. So this writes really well. It's easy to control, that tiny little ball, and I did get another one of these in here. It's the detachable one. So if this one, if I burn it out, because I'm so rough with my tools. So now I'm going to flip the switch on my little machine to the detail side. And I might have to turn up the heat, but we'll see what a 4.5 looks like on that side. And this is the tool that I usually use. It's just like a wire, a straight wire. Oh, I'm not in the shot. This is what I usually sign my name with. So let's see what this looks like. And this is brand new, because this is the non-detachable. So I'm going to say, and on the detail side, it doesn't get as hot. So I'm going to go up to a 5.5. So it's a much thicker line, but I can still do a nice controlled lettering. So line work, right? I still really like the way this one burns. I feel like I can push a little harder and get a little deeper. Something about the little ball makes me feel like I'm too rough with it. But that's a nice tiny line. So that's the difference. And then this one is the other one that I would like, say if I had a space. I'll make 2. So I would go, and this is on the detail side. If I wanted to fill this in, I just make little circles. And it's on the detail side, so like I said, I think if I'm on the other side, like I'm turning up to a 7 now, and I'm going to just do, I'm going to try and really get it dark. Maybe I can even just make lines across. And it really makes it dark. But it really, I have good control. That's really what I look for when I'm burning, is that it's going to do what I'm trying to do. That's my main purpose when I'm doing this, right? So if I go to my piece now, let's see, I want to sign my name. I'm going to sign my name with this one, because this is the one I'm used to, and just because I can make it as big as I want. So this is, oh, that's really hot. I'm going to go back to a 6.5. It's getting stuck in the grooves a little bit, so I'm not going to push as hard. But it does a nice job. It's nice and dark. I just love dark lines. So for me, I got a book too. Ooh, I want to show you that. And I'm going to put 2020. So I figured I could give these to the kids as like a bookmark, because they're pretty, I could really do any, I'm very excited. I just have been into these little tikis lately, so like, let me, what else could I do with this? I'm going to paint it and put gold and how I do, you know, like so that they turn out like this with a little bit of white, like I'll put white. How about I do their eye? The center of their eyes, just darken that in. And this was just a printable that I got for free from, I don't even know, I think Pinterest, I might have found it. But this I was just playing with this morning, because, alright, now I'm switching back to the little, no, you know what, I don't want to use this one. So I can just switch this out super easy, see? So I don't have to pull on the plastic. It's just, I'll probably wear out the electrical section first. So this is going to be my big dotting tool. I also got, they call this a honing cloth. Where is it? I think this is called a honing cloth. Let's see what it says on the back. It's probably just like a fine sandpaper, but you can get the carbon off your tip with it. It's kind of a way to clean your tip. but I wanted to put little dots right here. That's pretty. And what else? I think that's it for that. I was gonna make like a circle somewhere. What was I gonna do? I don't remember. So I am going to now show you another tip. This is my other favorite tip, and it's the flat. I don't know if it's used for shading, but see how red that is? Like, this is probably bad to do. I should definitely turn it down to a 5. And the redness will go away, and I should probably turn off my machine and then pull this out and replug it in, because I'm just lazy and it's not smart to do. Ooh, I also got brushes, these brushes. I painted, just gonna put that down, it's hot. I painted these ornaments, remember, where are they? This is the You Are My Sunshine that I'm gonna put. It's just words, but I'm gonna color it. So let me go up so I'm not zoomed in. I painted those ornaments. That's right. Where are they? These guys, these little Santas. And the artist who does this, Chris Hoy, it says, Chris's Epic Script. I got 2 of those. Chris's Awesome Angle and Chris's Radical Round. This was a set that you could get. Now, did I save my receipt for that? Because I'll tell you how much it was. Yeah. Okay. So the set was $14 for 3, for these 3 brushes, and then I got an extra liner because I'm really hard on them, and evidently they're epic and ultimate and whatever else I said. Epic, radical, and awesome. So yeah, so I invested in some new brushes, so I'm looking forward to using them, and I'll probably use them. But she taught this class, and I thought, and she's a different style painter than me too. She's from the old school where the wet on wet technique a little bit more, but I just wanted to try them because I am going to be investing in some new brushes, and it was just a way for me to, she recommended them, so I figured, all right, I'll try them. All right, so this is the one that I really burn the most with, that I've been doing all my mandalas with, that I get these nice crisp outline lines with. And it's like, I consider it my angle brush. Like, if I'm talking about painting, I love my angle brush. So it's got a little bit of a rounded tip to it, but I have to move it. It's not like working with a pen. So I'll show you. I'm just gonna, I know you can't really see the lines, but as I do this, you'll start to see. And that's dark. I'm gonna go down to a 4.5. This is brand new, and it's like butter. It's cutting this wood like butter. Burning it. So this is awesome. I'm just doing all my straight, but see how I have to turn it like that to get, I'm gonna move this out of the way a little. And I traced this on there. I made a tracing from a pattern that was in a coloring book. I just need to make more room. So I'll come in and let you see, maybe you can see what I'm actually, so I'll just do U. Here's the Y. And if I just follow the line, like I have to turn it like that. See, I can't just use the tip. I can get a real nice dark straight line, and I like that look. So right now I'm doing what appeals to me, not necessarily traditional wood burning techniques, and this is really hot, so I could probably go down even lighter. Oh, and I got these. These are little like burn protector things. Sometimes when I burn, the tool gets hot. So this will protect me from feeling that. I just got those, and I haven't really worked with them, so let's see how it feels. I feel like I can use it and it doesn't take away any control or anything, you know. I just keep moving the piece, and moving my hand. Curves are the only issue with this because, you know, but look, that's a nice dark Y. So this is what I would, sometimes when I do circles or really curvy things, I'll leave the curve and switch to that other tip that I used to burn my name. I just got the little round one today, so I haven't really worked with it at all to know what I'm gonna prefer that one for, you know. But I can manage to get curves with this pretty good if I come up on the tip a little bit more, and if I just use my whole wrist and pivot the tip and move the piece under it as well. Really don't want to go out of line, Sarah. But do you see how fast I move? So personally, I like my burner set at a higher temperature, but I move kind of fast. So if you were burning at this high of a temperature and you didn't move as fast as me, you'd probably run into some trouble, which really you're going to gouge the wood a little darker, because the longer you hold it on the wood, the deeper it will burn into it, you know. The other thing was, and I want to really think of her name. Jeez. I haven't watched one of her videos in a while. I've been really busy, you guys. Anywho, I like the overburn. So some of the little shadowy burn that you see around it, that's not typically something pyrographers like in their work, because when you're doing a delicate piece where there's a lot of shading and all that stuff, it would disrupt the darks and lights, you know. But I love overburn, and so does she. And I can't think of her name. I think she's in North Carolina or South Carolina. Anywho, she has the Colwood too, so I was really liking watching her burn because she has the same machine as me, so that makes a difference. Like, she's also done like comparisons and of other machines as well, and other wood burning tips and things like that. So the other thing is, she also uses, for a really dark burn, she does use the Versa tool that you can get at the craft stores. So I have that, but I just tend to be too impatient, and it's heavy. It's much heavier than this particular piece is. So I am just sticking with this one, and I'm trying to get really familiar with it so that I can then I'll be able to tell you guys better what I'm doing. So that's what I'm doing. I love it. So this is going to be You Are My Sunshine. By the way, that other piece that I did, it said Do What You Love, that I showed the floating with. I ended up sanding the whole thing off because I painted it opaque and I did not like it. And so I am going to stick with what I like is my washes. You know, my floaty look. I really like that on the wood burning. So yeah, that's why I didn't share that, because it's like kind of just half finished right now. I left it because I didn't like what happened, you know. I do that sometimes I don't love how it turns out. Oh, I went to rake. I saw the baby. I went and I didn't social distance. I didn't do anything that I was supposed to do. Well, I did. I gave a few people elbows that were trying to come over and hug me. I was like, no, I'll give you an elbow. I stuck my elbow out. And it is what it is. you know. So I hope that, I mean, it's only been a couple days. I hope in 2 weeks I don't come down with COVID, and because I think there's supposedly like an incubation time. I came home and I showered, and I mean, I was using hand sanitizer and stuff, and I did keep distance. I did, you know, I wasn't on top of people, and I didn't stay long. But I held the baby, and it is what it is, guys. Look, I gotta live, right? And, you know, Joe he didn't go. My sister Chris is coming here too from Pittsburgh, well, Pittsburgh area. But she takes care of her Nana, and I know she's social distant, like she's been totally quarantining, so I'm not as worried. But she is coming on the Amtrak train. So, but they're only doing 50% occupancy, and you have to wear your mask and all that stuff. So she'll, you know, just wash her hands, and we're just going to hope for the best. We're not as, like, hardcore as we could be, but we're not as lax as we could be, I guess you could say. You know, so, I just want to see what happens with the schools, because they're already trying, I'm going to go up a little higher with that, trying to open some schools, and they've already closed, like, down again. I don't think teachers are thrilled about it, and I don't know. I just wish the government would give us stricter, or just all the different places be on the same page, because it's too hard to know what we're supposed to do. Like, it really is. I'm tired of it, because I want to go see people, but when Chris is here, we're going to go to the beach, because, you know, we can just sit on our own little spot, but we'll be at the pool. Like, we can stay here. You are my... Alright, so this is my favorite. This is like my favorite. Like, I burned this whole thing with it, except for, like, you saw me do the little eyeballs and the dots. But yeah, so just so you know, oh, I did this. I wanted to show you. Alright, let me turn that off. And I might go back to my little pointy tip too, just to see. So I turned it off, and I'm just going to take the whole thing and plug this in. So now I'm back to that little tiny tip, and I'm going to just go like this. And I really don't, but I'm going to do it on here. I would like to try it on here, but I want it to all look the same. So you know what I'm going to do? I was going to say I would do these, I have little, like, comma strokes almost over there, but I'm going to do it on here. This is what this, and I have another one of these, and I don't have it with me. But this is a super soft wood, these little door hangers that you can get at the craft stores. And so look, I was doing the alphabet A, B, but see, this side has, I can tell it has more fibers going through it. So I'm just going to come down, and I'm just going to go right on top of the pattern that's here. It's a little parrot. I think this is an excellent tip. It does a great job. It really does. Like, it's not getting stuck in the wood, which I'm surprised. I guess because the tip is, see, it's a little bit getting stuck in there. But like, for doing stuff like this, oops, I went out of lines. That's where this comes in really good, because the other one I have to turn the whole piece. It just takes me much longer. That was awesome. Like, I might even be able to do these little tiny feathers on the bottom of his butt. But see, it does get stuck in. I am just a heavy hand, you guys. Yeah, I like it. She was right. My girl. I can't think of her name, but she recommended this one. I'm going to go a little hotter. So that was a 4.5, because then I don't have to push as hard and just touch the surface and I won't fall in. But yeah, this is really good. Alright, I'm going to show you the book I got. What else could I do? I want to see if I can do around this, the tiger stripes right here, and just go, oh, see, I pushed too hard. But I'm probably going with the grain of the wood, so it's sunk right in. But if I move fast, really good, really good. I like this tip a lot. I'm going to see if I can actually do this. I can. Normally I would just fill that in. I'm going so fast because I'm impatient. I want to show you my book. But yeah, I actually just did this. Wow, I like it. Alright, I'm going to put that down. Let me come back up a little bit. I mean, it's pretty neat. Like, I like to be really neat, so I'll have to play a little bit. But this is the book I got. It's by Manisa Robinson. Let's see if there's a picture of her on here. Here she is. That's Manisa. This book was, I pre-ordered it. It was 20 bucks. I think you can get it on Amazon and stuff. But oops, turn it off. I liked it because she was working with color, and she uses colored pencils as well. She does not have the Colwood Pro II, but she has the Versatool. So let's see. See, she signed it. Wishing you much joy and success. That's nice. So I like this one. Always be kind. And then I can add a little color to it. So there's designs in here that she's done. But see, this is the Versatool. I think they call it the Versatool. That's the walnut hollow one that you can get from, see, bent point due to excessive pressure. That's what I do. I'm too hard on stuff. And see, she wears a glove. So like I could do that. That might be a better idea. I just ordered these little things because I saw them on the website. Masks so that you don't breathe in all the wood burning smoke. Yeah, I didn't like this flimsy stand either. Like, I really like the clips that are on top of the Colwood as well. But she does some amazing work. So here's the other tool she uses, which is called the razor tip. So it's a little more similar to what I have because it has the settings on here on the base of the piece. So it's more expensive than this one. But so here's the Versatool tips, and I know that they do a good job. But I'm just impatient, and because I don't let it cool down, I've stripped it before. I have another one, and I could do it. If I get really proficient at this and I really need, like, it comes with some cool additional tips that are more like a stamp as well. I haven't read through the entire book, but this is all done with the Versatool. So all her samples are done with the Versatool, and I'm just not using that one. So here's the razor tip. See, here's the little ball stylus, 1.5. Let me see if mine's a 1.5. Let's see what it says. It just says a number 1. It doesn't say 1.5. And that's what this looks bigger than mine. She likes the spoon shader. And I don't think Colwood has a spoon shader. But I have to play around with shading more. Again, I don't think I'm patient enough right now for what, anywho. So all of this info comes in here. So you really get a good idea. She talks about the different woods to burn on, how to transfer a pattern, and how to prep the wood. So all that's good stuff. And then she's going to add color as well, which I really wanted to see. I am probably going to just stick with, now look at this, unbelievable. The differences in shading. Like, I would really have to practice, but I want to see the color. Alright, so here's acrylic paint. And I'm sure she's not a painter like I am, where it's like floating, you know. So I'm going to stick with what I do with the paint. But for the, oh, and here's watercolors. So maybe I could play with that a little bit. Look, colored pencil. How she adds a little bit of color with colored pencil. OMG. That is amazing. So I'm definitely going to look through here and figure that out. She uses Liquitex clear gesso first to get your foundation, and then she goes on top with, and she uses a masking fluid as well. So that's a masking fluid so that you can paint over it, and then you take the masking fluid. See, look, then she peels the masking off, and she watercolored the whole background. So there's a lot of stuff in here. Ooh, fixing mistakes. Wow. Here's a little bookmark. Maybe I'll do one of those, one of these guys as this bookmark. The adventure begins. But I wanted to get to. Anywho, so here's a keychain. So I'm sure I'll get a lot of different. Now look at this. She burned the whole background and just left the image not burned. That is cool. And see, she's doing it with the Versatool with a very flat, big tip right here. So I'm going to try that. I'm going to try stuff like that. And then she colored in with the Prismacolor. So I'm going to look through here, and maybe I'll do I think I want to do Always Be Kind. Because I have these rounds, I think I'm going to do this one, and then I'm going to do Always Be Kind. And I love, because look, I have my Pandora, my little bumblebee. Can you see him? I love bees. And that's a dragonfly. But yeah, I'm going to do that. Because I have the Prismacolor pencils. So I like when I have the tools that they're using in their example, because then I can do exactly what they did, you know. Maybe I'll try the Versatool for this, because look at the dark burn she gets. I don't think I have that tip. She's using the mini flow tip. I might have it. I'm going to see what I have, but I think I'll be able to do it with the Colwood. So anywho, and then paper. She's going to burn on watercolor hot press paper. So I want to try that. I like having good old-fashioned books sometimes. I love YouTube for what it has to offer, but like when you have a book, there's just something about it. There's a mandala in here. There's some cool stuff. I love this. See the coyote, and then there's the two-tone little pine trees. So there's a lot of cool stuff in here. So this is the book, her latest book, and then the patterns are in the back. So here's the Always Be Kind. Let me see if this is big. Yeah, this is a little big. Maybe I'll order some smaller ones of these, because I like the quality of these. I'm sure I could find a small box that I could put it on as well, but I'm going to trace that, and I'm going to do that one. So anywho, guys, that's it. I just wanted to share my little haul that I did. When I'm using my new brushes, I'll let you know how they turned out. But for now, that's it. Thanks for watching.